today's cup of coffee, we have a story
Cup of
from
coffee.
Daily Mail that is by Louis Pennock and by Matthew
Pincushion.
Phelan.
He got
Phelan.
a feeling.
Yeah, really. May 19th of 2023. It's all these things that people pronounce differently.
Uh-huh.
We had, this has nothing to do with the story, but SALVE.
Yeah, you got...
I did. It triggered me. Because these other
That's like
people,
the
it's
fucking...
like solve. No, that's if there's a mystery or a puzzle. In Appalachian, in mountain talk, that is a save.
Nah.
That's a save.
Nah. There is a solve, and then there is a salve.
It's a save.
Solve.
No, it's a save.
Salve.
It cuts down on the confusion.
You
on
can
that.
say salve.
Anyhow, the lady that we were watching, I couldn't even finish the video. So it was just like,
I just say
no.
salve.
And she was entirely too
And there's
happy.
no confusion. Huh?
She was entirely too happy. I suspect there's a little bit of over medication going on there. Now,
You got mad at her because of her attitude, because of her bright, happy attitude.
it was bright and happy.
You're like, she is overly medicated. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my
People
God.
just had to hear it. They just had to see it. It wasn't a matter of being chipper
And
and
it was
sunny. It was a matter of just being.
What other
no.
word was it that she said that you're like, oh!
I can't remember what it was either, but there were several of them, and I'm like, God, just forget it.
You
Anyhow,
literally did the face thing. You were like, oh!
Face palm. I did do the face palm.
It's the face rub thing.
Yeah,
the
I do
face
that.
rub
That's
pull.
why I don't wear makeup. I can't because there's so much the stupid it burns, and it is. This may fall into the category of stupid. This is going to fall into the category of conspiracy theory for me, which is probably conspiracy fact.
Uh-huh.
Jeff Bezos' announcement of $3.4 billion contract with NASA. Now think of this. That's $3.4 billion taxpayer monies.
Why does that not surprise us?
Does
that surprise us?
That was awarded to him on May the 19th of 2023 and puts him one small step closer to putting a man on the moon. And then they're being creative with this writing.
Do that?
Well, there's question about that. And it says, but he'll need a giant
There's also people
leap,
that question if the moon is made out of cheese.
or if it's something that controls the earth.
You fucking flat earthers out there.
But he'll need a giant leap. Like I said, God, that was bad.
What?
To beat
What?
arch
the flat
rival
earthers, yeah, the people
Elon
on the flat
Musk
earthers
to
should
the
go on to the
achievement.
edge and leap.
No, you missed it. The one small step and one giant leap. You missed
Did you miss the
all
thing
that.
about
I
the...
did, because I'm actually focusing. You didn't take your medicine today,
No,
did
I did
you?
not.
That's what the problem is. Unmedicated ADHD. Always fun for the whole family. Unfortunately, for the Amazon billionaire, his space exploration rival Elon Musk is slated to make the same trip first, after NASA handed Musk's SpaceX a similar Artemis contract in 2021. While Musk and his company is leading the way, NASA's new contract with Blue Origin heats up the space race between the two billionaires who've spent years trading jabs about the respective efforts to lead humanity's endeavors in space. Why? You know, that's my main question as I read all this. And Bezos said in an Instagram post, "We're going to the moon." And he also had a mock-up of Blue Origin's proposed lunar lander. And he also included "this time to stay." Now, why in the hell would you need a space station?
Don't know.
Or whatever, you know.
Are they planning on going to the moon to do some studies up there?
You know it.
To
There's
like
fuckery involved somewhere through
build
there.
stuff up there.
And
They're trying to live up there.
His post teased a permanent human station on the moon and suggests his mission is more ambitious than Musk's. Musk's SpaceX won $3 billion in 2021 to put humans back on the moon for the first time since 1972. Bezos and Blue Origin had tried in vain to win that contract, then launched a failed lawsuit to overturn the decision. Bezos and Blue Origin not only filed a complaint protesting Musk's victory, rejected by the Government Accountability Office, but then sued in federal court and lost again. Now, what the hell was that all about?
That was a piss fit. That's what that was.
It sounds like it. It's petty.
Yeah.
Billionaire, and he's fucking petty.
Yes.
Why? NASA said the missions will explore more of the lunar surface than ever before, and that putting humans back on the moon will help conduct research to eventually launch similar missions to Mars. And again, fix the shit on this planet. You know, don't be spending all them billions going someplace that... Fix this one. It wouldn't have to be that hard. Announcing Blue Origin's contract on Friday, and that was this past whenever it was, and NASA's chief administrator, Bill Nelson, was positive about the race and said the agency wants more competition. And, quote, it means that you have reliability. You have backups, he told a conference at NASA HQ in Washington. According to Blue Origin's lunar lander head, John Couleras, the company privately contributed well north of the contract of $3.4 billion payout. Couleras' official title at Blue Origin for the past 3 years reads Vice President for Advanced Development Programs, Lunar Permanence. How you going to put that on a business card? I mean, really.
That's a little too much.
And it says...
How are you going to abbreviate that?
You're not. You're not. And that's an indication of just how long...
That's how you're going to say it.
Of just how long his boss has harbored plans for a permanent outpost on Earth's natural satellite. Well, it's anything that's even hoping to deal with government has to have this preposterous name. It's required. Because somehow that's going to cost taxpayers' monies also.
Right.
And Bezos' firm has been vague on details regarding its moon lander proposal, aside from name-checking its corporate partners, Lockheed Martin, Boeing, the spacecraft software firm Draper, and robotics firm Astrobiotic. Name-checking. Musk's NASA Artemis missions using SpaceX's, what is this, all these S's, and I don't have a spit guard on here, Starship system, are planned for later this decade, with Bezos's Blue Origin missions currently slated to launch soon after in 2029, right before the proposed 2030 thing. For those of y'all who know.
What's the 2030?
Oh, God, that goes into a totally different conspiracy theory, which is not a conspiracy theory because these people that are the 1%ers, that's, they're planned to help reduce the population. Look into it. We'll do a video on that at some point, except that it's depressing. That's why I don't do it. It's depressing. That's where you get into the Klaus Schwab thing and the eating of the bugs. So, the Blue Origin mission, Artemis 5, will deploy astronauts back to the lunar surface in an effort to explore its icy southern pole. It promises to be the first Artemis mission to make use of both NASA's proposed orbital lunar gateway as well as to touch down on the moon's surface. The mission, as detailed in the space agency's budget proposal this past March, will be tasked with delivering the European Space Agency's eSprint refueling and communications module. Yeah, module to NASA's Gateway, as well as a Canadian-made robotic arm system. So they get in a lot of different countries. They not just one or two. There's several. That's because, of course, it is. Of course, it is. And for the surface phase of their mission, according to the working manifest chart NASA presented in March, the Artemis astronauts will also be hauling an unpressurized lunar rover. This new contract is
Not
a
the
boost.
rover.
What?
Not the rover. That
Really?
poor rover gonna get abandoned again.
Oh, God help.
Like the last one. There's still one up on Mars.
There's all kinds of things supposedly up there. We don't know. We don't know. Oh, hold that theory. Hold that theory till I get finished. I've just got a couple more sentences. This new contract is a boost to Bezos, who since founding Blue Origin in 2000 has invested billions into the company to compete for high-profile commercial and government space contracts with SpaceX, a dominant force in satellite launches and human spaceflight. Blue Origin and lawmakers had pressurized NASA to award a second lunar lander contract to promote commercial competition and ensure the agency has a backup ride to the moon. NASA in early 2022 announced the program for a second lander contract. Now, anybody believes that this is on the up and up, I have some swampland that I'd like to see you. Because this is...
Shrek lives in there.
Huh?
Shrek lives in there.
That's true. Maybe I'll keep the
Shrek
swampland to give, prevent the endangerment of the Shrek. This is just weird. And we covered the story several months back that China is getting in on this space race, that they were wanting to claim the moon.
They've been, yeah.
Now, this is weird.
They're trying to claim the moon. Nobody can fucking claim the moon.
It's
nobody's property.
Right. But as far as these settlements and all this stuff, bless. And for a very long time, there has been question of what is on the dark side of the moon. And that's where there have been different videos and things like that of what appear to be craft near the moon's surface.
Yeah. Yeah, there's all sorts of shit that's been like up there.
And then there's always the question of, did we really go to the moon or not?
There is a theory that the moon is a sentient being.
I don't know that I have heard that it's a sentient being any more than people believe the Earth is a sentient being. But that it was, I think that was probably a David Icke theory, that it was put there as some kind of frequency to help control humans. Now, don't quote me on, somebody fact checked whether David Icke said that or not.
That's probably what God put it there for.
Yeah, we don't know. But anyhow, going back to the rover thing and Mars, and somebody had, I can't remember where it was that I heard it, read it, saw it, something, that Mars, that they had colored a lot of the images that we had seen for years, that it's not that red.
Yeah.
And that one of the things that they had claimed was a picture from Mars, that there was some kind of little creature like that lives in a desert.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't Mars that they were showing people. It was some desert. Can't remember what the desert was. But they had enhanced the photo of the little creature. It was some kind of like a mouse thing.
They have lied to us about so many things for so many years.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows shit about shit.
Right.
And everybody has been gaslighted to the point that their heads are spinning.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah. And it keeps speeding up.
It really does. It really does. But that's because we are at the end of this cycle.
Yeah, that is true. And so you've got two billionaires that are in a pissing contest with each other with taxpayer monies of who can go to the moon first. Does that seem a little decadent to you?
Yeah, that is very much decadent. That is their play money, basically. That
I
is
mean,
their
if you're,
boredom money.
and maybe it's just me speaking from poverty standpoint. If I had all those monies, I mean, to try to help peoples, and I understand there's peoples that have tried to help other nations for a very long time, and it's governments that are hurting the people. I know at one point they had gone in care packages. That used to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that whatever nation was receiving these, there were these warehouses filled with these packages that never made it to the people because government
Yeah.
don't give a damn about you, me, or nobody.
Exactly.
So, as reptilians, that's exactly what it is.
That's why, literally, it's no longer a party system. The party system has not existed
For
since,
a long time.
I would say since the 80s.
Oh, before then. Eisenhower warned about the deep state. He warned about the military-industrial complex.
Mm-hmm.
There were people that warned about some of this shit before then. Yeah.
I was actually going to say since the 50s, but...
No, it's been, way before then. So it's a matter that the peoples need to start being responsible and accountable as individuals, then as families, then as communities, and different things like that. And then hold these other people accountable. Yeah. There will come a point of accountability. It will come. And it may be sooner than any of us think. But as far as this thing about the moon, why? Why now? There's a reason to it. I don't know exactly the reason, but it's not just for shits and giggles.
No, it's not for shits and giggles.
So maybe some of you out there have heard theories that we have not, because I can't keep up with all of them, about why they want to go to the moon, other than the aliens.
Because they want to take over everything.
Yeah.
The universe. Everything.
It's not theirs. And somebody needs to tell these people, you can't have it. No.
Destroy us all.
You can't have. It's like small children. No. To simply sit there and go, no, you can't have it. Final thoughts.
It's literally that episode of Billy and Mandy where Billy's screaming, destroy us all! Destroy us all!
Pretty much. If you've had experiences with
Except... Oh, what? Hold up. I'm not done yet.
He was over there playing with a straw.
I was getting a sip of water because my mouth dry. You take your sips.
All right.
Hold on.
All right.
It's my fault that I didn't take my medication. Now give me a second. So let me have the repercussions of my own consequence. Let me have the consequences of my own actions.
But your actions are impacting others.
And it's making an interesting episode, isn't it?
You do you.
What the fuck was I saying now?
I have no idea. That's the foibles of ADHD.
Look what you did. Look what you did.
Oh no, don't blame me. You a grown-ass man. You know to take your meds. Anyhow.
You made me lose my thought.
If you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, seriously, if you have heard as far as any reasoning behind this Bezos and Musk competition to reach the moon, put those in the comment section, because I'm having really hard time with the email right now. I really just put it in the comment section.
Yeah.
And that's cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. If you do want to send an email, which it may take me a month or more to get to, it is as it is. And the article link, that'll be in the description box also.
And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all and have a good.
Know that you're loved. And regardless of what happens, you're loved.
Yeah.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup. Bye.